Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 sets that LEGO needs to remake next year for the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. If we use the 20th anniversary as well as rumors as a template, LEGO clearly has something very special cooked up for us next year, and using the 20th anniversary line of sets as a template, I'm going to be pitching 5 sets that LEGO can recreate for next year to ensure that it is truly memorable. My list is going to go from smallest to largest. I'm going to give you the name of the set, a description of the set, as well as the minifigures that will be included in the set. And before we get into the video, I'm going to ask for you to like and subscribe if you've not already done so. The first set on my list is going to be Clone Walker Battle Pack. The original set came out in 2009. I thought this was perfect for the smaller entry of the sets, not just because of the content of the set, but also because a battle pack was what we got last time that went the Imperial route. They remade that, I guess, original Imperial battle pack. This would be a really big hit with the fans. I know this is like everyone's favorite battle pack ever. I personally would have some other words to describe this battle pack. Only because I'm not really a fan of those animated Phase 1 clone troopers. But now LEGO has the opportunity to make the set perfect by including the modern Phase 1 clone troopers. This set will be priced at $19.99, and it would include 3 standard Phase 1 clones as well as 1 clone gunner. I'm actually kind of tied between the clone gunner. I don't necessarily think that like the gunner is super necessary to this set. In fact, if I had it my way, I probably would replace the gunner with an actual accurate Phase 1 pilot. So I'm gonna put that question to you. If you guys were to have this battle pack come out next year, which would you prefer, an updated gunner or an actual accurate updated Phase 1 pilot? And I already know there's gonna be that person in the comments who's like, well, Jay, we already have a pilot because LEGO told us so. As for the build of this set, I think an ATRT would work fine, but maybe go with a more like actual accurate ATRT, not the double-seated version that they included in the original battle pack. I think this set would also work really nicely for next year, given the rumors that we're going to get a Phase 2 clone battle pack with just standard white clones. Having a Phase 2 version and a Phase 1 version on shelves at the same time would be really cool and give us a lot of variety. And finally, I think this would be the optimal way for them to make up for those clone packs, which were extremely hard to find and are now skyrocketing in prices. The next set on the list is going to be Jedi Starfighter and Vulture Droid. I think it will be priced at around $44.99. I think that nowadays if LEGO did the same Jedi Starfighter, it would probably be like a $30, maybe $35 set. I think that 15 to 10 bucks is good enough for them to do a suitable Vulture Droid. It only retailed for like 20 bucks, and it included like a main hero, the main hero's vehicle, as well as a second like villain vehicle that you could dogfight with. This does also correlate with LEGO's recent trend of doing double ship pack. And I just feel like as a kid, if you were into LEGO Star Wars in 05, like if you didn't get any other set, this would have been the set that you got to get, you know, the main character as a Jedi. It was cheap, it came with a cool ship. Like, you couldn't go wrong with this set. And I'm also pretty sure that back in 2005, this set came out before all the other Episode 3 sets came out. So I think LEGO themselves even knew that this set was pretty special. As for the minifigures in this set, I think that a Revenge of the Sith Anakin as well as R2-D2 are pretty much gimmies. I think that there should also be a third figure though, so I'm gonna throw in a Magna Guard. Why a Magna Guard? Well, back when LEGO was doing like the big wave of Episode 3 sets in like 2014, I believe, they would do like a Tri-Fighter, for example, and it would come with like an extra figure, like that Palpatine figure, that wasn't necessarily like directly connected to it, but at least adjacent enough to the vehicle in the scene that it made sense to throw them in. I think LEGO should bring that back. So obviously we see Magna Guards once the Jedi board the Invisible Hand, so I figure we haven't got a Magna Guard in a while, why not throw it into this set? The third set on my list is going to be Hoth Rebel Base, and it's going to retail for $69.99. There's actually quite a few reasons why this set would make a lot of sense to come out next year. Number one, when it originally came out, it was so freaking cool. Like having not just, you know, your ordinary snowspeeder, but also including the environment with it. I feel like that's kind of like the perfect type of LEGO Star Wars sets. We see so many vehicles. We unfortunately don't see nearly as many location sets. So I think that combining the two, having the snowspeeder as well as the Echo Base door, as well as a bunch of little other builds from Hoth, really makes for a fun playset. I know we had a snowspeeder come out for the last anniversary, but I'm hoping this time they can be a little bit more creative with it, maybe finally evolve the design of the snowspeeder and give us something that looks a little bit more accurate, finally ditch that cockpit piece that they've been using forever, and just do something new with it for a change. Another big reason that this set should come out is the UCS AT-AT has been out for a while now, yet we still have not had a minifigure scale snowspeeder to correlate with it on shelves, so I think that having those two finally on shelves together will actually be really cool. The minifigure lineup for this set when it originally came came out was already pretty generous, so I think we're just going to use the exact same minifigures that came in the original set, but update them. So we're going to get Luke Skywalker as a Snowspeeder pilot, Dak Router as a Snowspeeder pilot, 2 Rebel Hoth Troopers, 2 Snow Troopers, an updated K-3PO, which I'm pretty sure up until this point has only come in the UCS Assault on Hoth, so that'll actually be a really cool figure to throw in here, and also a Pro Droid, which LEGO has made a really nice version of in that Hoth ATST set. The fourth set on the list is going to be another double pack. It's going to be TIE Fighter in Y-Wing, and it will retail for $99.99 US. This set is another one that contextually makes a lot of sense to do next year. Number one, this was from 1999, so in terms of like an anniversary year, recreating a set that came out in the very first year makes a lot of sense. Another reason is we've recently gotten pretty much every other mainstream TIE Fighter outside of Vader's, whether it be the normal TIE Fighter, the Bomber, and the Interceptor. Vader's TIE is pretty much the last one that we need to have updated to complete the TIE collection. Similarly, it's been a while since we've gotten a Y-Wing as well. LEGO recently did that scaled down X-Wing, and I think that we could finally have a Y-Wing to match with it. I know people are gonna say, oh, we got like a mini Y-Wing in that Yavin 4 set, but I still don't think that's going to satisfy a lot of people. I think having a Y-Wing that's just even in scale with the most recent X-Wing would go a really long way. I would include 5 minifigures in the set. The first one, of course, Darth Vader. Secondly, we would have Gold Leader Dutch Vander, and his astromech droid would be the third figure. And then for 2 extra figures, I would love to see LEGO do Gold 2 Dex Tyree, accompanied by his astromech droid. I love it when they include multiple pilots in these sets, which I guess gives you a reason to buy 2 of them if you want to have, you know, both pilots with their own Y-Wings, and if you don't want to do that, then you can just have 1 Y-Wing that you can swap the pilots between. The final set is not really going to surprise anyone. I've said it before, and I'm going to keep standing strong with it, but I really think LEGO should remake the Mos Espa Podrace set. The newer version of the set would retail for $169.99, and it would come with a plethora of minifigures. As for the pod racers, we'd have Anakin Skywalker, Sebulba, Giscano, as well as Ben Quadraneros, so there will be 4 total pod racers in the set. And then for extra figures, we would get Shmi Skywalker, Qui-Gon Jinn, Padme, as well as Kitster. Finally, Kitster. The story for this set honestly writes itself. This was basically the first big LEGO Star Wars playset that ever came out, so I think that it has a lot of prestige in that regard, and I think that alone pretty much justifies it to get a remake. I think that pod racers in general just make for really fun LEGO sets as well. Like, I think there was a good reason why back in 1999, when they were deciding, okay, what sets do we want to make for this new Star Wars movie in The Phantom Menace, that they not just decided, hey, we're gonna have Anakin's pod racer as its own cheap little maybe $20 set, but also we want to have a big pod racer set, which includes Anakin's pod racer in it, but as well as a bunch of other ones so you can recreate this pretty iconic Star Wars scene. I know this somewhat clashes with the rumors next year that we're going to get a pod race diorama, but I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibilities for us to get a diorama set for the mature 18+ adults, as well as maybe a play set later on in the year for the kids. It's also worth noting that next year is not just the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, but also the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. So recreating this set would cover them on both fronts in that regard, and I think that it would be a super epic set. Like, I can't imagine anyone looking at this and being like, oh, that's lame. But that pretty much finishes up my list. I'd love to know in the comment section below, what sets do you guys think LEGO should remake next year for the 25th anniversary? And I'd also love to know if you think any of my sets are cool or lame. I don't know, let me know. But as that wraps things up, if you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.